Hi everyone, welcome back again. So in this video, we will discuss on an interesting formula, a formula which I have been teaching for many years for many students, and it has been very much helpful for everyone. So this formula will teach you how to find network address, how to find broadcast address, how to find subnet mask. So without further ado, let's go deep dive into it.
So, if you have an IP address and you want to find the network address and you want to find the broadcast address, the formula is very simple and straightforward. So, the the formula to find the network address is equal to whatever the network bits are. In here, I'm not writing in 8 bit, 8 network, 8 network like that. So, this is the host bit. So all 8 bits in the last octet, they are host. Okay. So what do you have to consider? 192.168 1 dot in the host bit, all of them. So this is, I'm just writing down into decimal. I'm not converting into binary again and again. So in the host bit, if you want to find the network address, you need to consider all host bits are zeros. So this is the network address. So here, if you convert this to decimal, this is how it looks. Okay. So now the formula to find the broadcast address. So I'll write it down. Formula to find the broadcast address. It is also very straightforward. So in class C, the first 3 octets are network, and the last is or the last octet belongs to the host. To find the broadcast address, the host bits will, all of them will be 1. That means if we consider this way, 192, 168, 1. So I'm not again converting this to binary. So this remain as decimal. We change the color. So over here, how many host bits are there? There are 8 host bits are there. So all the host bits will be 1. Formula to find the broadcast address is all host bits is equal to ones, which is binary 1. So now if we convert this binary to decimal, it will remain something like that: 192, 168, 1.255. That's how you write down or you find the broadcast address. I believe this information is very much clear to you. How to find the network address and how to find the broadcast address. That's why understanding the binaries are very much important for you. So I prefer you, again, I'll request you to go through my previous video, which is mentioned in the description, or which is provided in the description. Over there you will have a clear understanding of the conversion of binary to decimal, decimal to binary, because we have discussed more about it on that last video. Okay, so this is very clear now: network address, broadcast address. So I will just discuss again about the subnet mask. Subnet mask, how to find the subnet mask, or what is the formula to generate the subnet mask. The formula to generate the subnet mask is if these are network bits, which is in class C. So these are 8-bit, 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 and this is 8-bit. So if we write it down, that means it is something like this. Let me change the color. Let's see, red is for the network. So I'm sorry. Yeah. So red is for the network. So 8-bit, 8-bit, 8-bit. These are network. And the last will be for host. So let me change the color again. So that means the subnet mask for class C address is something like this. Subnet mask 255 255 255.0. And in my last video, I have explained how the IP address and how the subnet mask they operate, and how they operate in a format of, like, in an AND operation, so that the machine, once you assign IP address and subnet mask in backend, the machine understands itself that this is my network address as well. So what happens, I will just repeat myself, that once you provide an IP address and once you provide a subnet mask, they perform an AND operation. So I think it's better, let me write it down again. So if it is 192.168.1.1, this is your IP address, and again you convert this to binary. So 192.168. Okay, so this is the IP address which I have converted into binary. Now if you take the whole thing, which is the subnet mask, this is the subnet mask. So if you put it here again, this is the subnet mask, and what they are going to do, they are going to do an AND operation between them. So here you go, we do the AND operation. After you perform the AND operation, it will be looking something like that, which is 1010. And if you do AND operation, it looks like this. So at the end of the day, if you convert this again to decimal, this is 192.168.1.0/24. So I believe again, I'm able to explain you how the subnet mask and IP address operate with each other to find the network address. Okay, so now from this example, we have understood network address, broadcast address, subnet mask again. So if you have been given an IP address with CIDN notification, something like this. That means this is the example of IP, and out of it, this is your network address, and this is your broadcast address. So here what we can understand, network address and broadcast address, these two are special from the whole range, from the range of this subnet. These two you cannot assign to a host. What does it mean? You cannot assign to a host. So 1.0, this is a network address which is used by the routers for their routing table. So you cannot assign this one to any host. And what is broadcast address? This is a special address to find all the hosts who belongs to this 192.168 class. What does it mean? Now, for example, you might have used some tools which is like IP scanner. So in the IP scanner, what it does, if it knows the IP address and subnet mask or the CIDR format, it does a scan. So it does the scan through the broadcast address. So if you send a message to this broadcast address, which is 192.168.1.255, this message will be sent to all the hosts. What does it mean by all the hosts? Means in this range 192.168 1.1, this is my first IP. Okay, so what is my, I'm not going to write down the whole thing. What is my second IP? This is my second IP. So this will be my third IP. So like this, it's gonna go up to, okay, let me write it down here. So it is gonna go up to something like this here, 1.254. That's your last IP. So before that, what we have 1.0. This is your network address, and 1.255, which means 192.168 1.255 is your broadcast address. So you cannot use this broadcast address. This is a special address, and sorry, you cannot use your network address while assigning the IPs into any machine. So if you have 8 bits into host, that means 2 to the power 8 is equal to 256 minus 2, which is network address and broadcast address. So it comes 254 host. So if you are being asked from this range of class C, how many host bit, how many host IPs you can practically assign to any machines, that's the number, 254 host. It's applicable for all the other classes, for class B, class A. I hope this message is very clear to you.